Economies around the world are facing a great deal of uncertainty following the recent developments in the United States. Chief Economic Advisor Anantha Nageswaran has urged governments, businesses and individuals to exercise caution and maintain margins of safety in their fiscal, corporate and savings account planning. This follows the closure of 2 banks in the US in the last week, which has caused considerable jitters, particularly for startups and technology companies. At a recent CRISIL India Outlook seminar, Nageswaran elaborated on the pressing need to adjust accordingly to the uncertainty. He warned that global growth estimates given by the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in January are likely to be outdated, and that governments must watch how these recent US developments influence confidence, bank lending growth and other knock-on effects. Nageswaran also spoke of how the uncertainty will likely have an impact on advanced and developing economies, and that economies like India must be aware of the possible challenges they will face. With regards to India's GDP growth, he said that it is expected to be 7% for this current financial year. This is partly due to the expected good wheat harvest, provided the early sowing is successful, and the positives this will have on inflation and monetary policy. Looking forward to the following year, Nageswaran predicted that the growth projection of 6.5% has more of a downside risk than an upside one. He reminded that it is important to allow for uncertainty when planning for the future. He also commented on the rising public sector capex that has helped build up physical infrastructure in order to support manufacturing growth and exports. Overall, Nageswaran said that it is unlikely that India will achieve 8 to 9% GDP growth in the current environment. However, he said that with steady 10% nominal GDP growth over the next 7 to 8 years until the next decade, India will have had a success. Now, more than ever, sound economic advice is essential. Individuals, businesses and governments must be prepared to face uncertainty and plan accordingly in order to avoid any dangerous risks. With its vast infrastructure and steady growth plans, India is set to be a driving force in the global economy as it faces up to the challenge of uncertain times.